Okay, students, so we are at the end of this particular topic, conjugate beam method, for a particular cantilever beam. So we are going to study this, solve this particular numerical question. Where EI is changing, I is changing. Okay, so let's see the question. A cantilever beam of length 2 meter is carrying a point load 10 kilonewton at the end. The moment of inertia for the right half of the cantilever beam and the left half is as given below. If E of the beam is 2 into 10 power 8 kilonewton per meter square, find the slope and deflection at the free end of the cantilever. So I and E value I am going to write here. That's why I did not write in the question. So let's solve this particular question. So here, a cantilever beam AB of length 2 meter. Okay, so let us name the beam AB. It is of 2 meter length and it is carrying point load 10 kilonewton here at the end. Now the moment of inertia for the right half of the cantilever is 10 to the power 8 millimeter raised to 4. 10 to the power 8. So let us name it as, let us divide it into two parts. Okay, AC and BC. So for moment of inertia, so I of BC is equal to, it is given as 10 to the power 8 millimeter raised to 4. So in meter it will be 10 to the, when we multiply it with divide it by 10 to the power 12. So in meter we will get it as 10 to the power minus 4 meter raised to 4. Okay, so this is for moment of inertia for the BC portion. Now it has said that for the left portion, moment of inertia is 2 into 10 power 8 millimeter raised to 4. Okay, so I of AC is given as 2 into, means it is double, power 8 millimeter raised to 4, means it will be 2 into 10 to the power minus 4 meter raised to, okay, so this is actually 2I. If this is I, 2I. Okay, this is I, this is 2I. This is the change. Now E value is given as 2 into 10 to the power 8 kilonewton per meter square. Okay, so this is the data given to us. So we have to first draw what is the bending moment diagram. We have to draw the bending moment diagram and then we'll come to the conjugate beam. Okay, and by doing the required changes to the actual cantilever. So this is our actual beam. This is our actual beam. This is our bending moment diagram and this is conjugate beam. Okay, now let us see what is the bending moment at point C. Okay, what is the bending moment at point C? So what is the bending moment at this point? What is the bending moment at this point? So let us calculate the bending moment. I will start from this end. So bending moment at point C is equal to 10 into 1. Okay, load is here, so 10 into 1, that is minus 10. Minus 10 kilonewton meter. Okay, then what is bending moment at A? So again load into perpendicular distance, so 10 into 2. Okay, that is minus 20 kilonewton meter. Now this is our bending moment at C and A. Okay, what is bending moment at the point C and A? Okay, now yes, there is a mistake. Kindly ignore these bending moment diagrams. Okay, these are from the I'll just correct it. Okay, so our bending moment diagram will be actually, so our bending moment diagram will be like this. Okay, so here we got the value as 10 and here it is 20. Okay, similarly for Similarly, our conjugate beam will also change and the loading will be in the upward direction. So here, this is our bending moment diagram. So we have calculated what is bending moment at A. So it is 20 kilonewton meter and this is 10 kilonewton meter. Okay. Now this bending moment diagram, from this bending moment diagram, let us construct what is the conjugate beam. And we also have to see, when this is the bending moment diagram, this will be the conjugate beam. But this is without consideration of I. Okay, we have not considered I here. So we'll consider and again redraw that diagram. Now construct the conjugate beam. Okay, let us construct the proper conjugate beam as per the I given. Okay, I is changing because here it is I, here it is 2I. So let us draw the conjugate beam. So here this free end becomes fixed. So these ends we will write it as A star for conjugate beam, A star and B star. Now we will be dividing. Okay, while constructing conjugate beam, we will be dividing this bending moment diagram for any section. Okay, with their EI factor. So what is the EI factor? Let us see. So the loading diagram like this, right? We know the bending moment diagram. Now A star, E star, let us name it as, first let me just name it. This is A, this is A, this is E, then this is C and this is D. Okay, this is our bending moment diagram, A, E, C, D. Now what are the changes happening? So let us see what will be the ordinate here. Okay, so I am just writing it here. What will be our ordinate for A star, E star? So it is nothing but whatever bending moment at A, it is nothing but bending moment at A divided by ER. So what is the bending moment at A? It is 20. 20 divided by 2EI, right? Because I is 2 here, twice of I, right? Here it is 2I. So we are dividing by 2EI. So it is 10 by EI. Okay. Now let us see. So this is going to become our ordinate A star E star. Okay. So this is our ordinate. So actual here bending moment, you can simply ignore this part. Okay. This is without application of I, without application of the flexural rigidity. We have not applied it here. So simply I have copied the diagram over here. But this diagram will, actual diagram will be like this. So when this is 20, now I have got this ordinate as 10 by EI. Okay, so this is the 10 by EI. Now let us see what will be the ordinate at this point. C star, the ordinate will be at C star and bending moment at C star, D star. Okay, what is the ordinate at this point for this particular case? Okay, let us see that. So we have to see here. I'm just drawing a tentative first because I need to label them. So I'm just drawing a tentative diagram over here. A star, E star, then this is C star. Then let us name it as F and D. This is our D star. This is our F star. Let us name it as F star. Okay. So now this diagram is complete. So let us see the ordinates C star, F star, C star, F star. So for C star, F star, bending moment at C, we will be considering bending moment at C divided by E into I at AC. Okay, I at AC. So what is bending moment at C? Bending moment at C at this point, it is 10. 10 by 2 EI. Okay, 10 by 2 EI. So we get it here as 5 by EI. Okay, C star F star for this purpose. Now let us see what is the C star D star. C star D star. So in this case, it is bending moment at C, bending moment at C divided by E into C star D star. Okay, bending moment at C, E into I of BC we have to consider, because this is CD, this part, it is for this part of the beam, okay, right part of the beam. So IBC we will be using. So it is again 10 by EI, because there is no change. Bending moment at C is 10 and this is EI only, okay. So this way we have calculated what is A star, E star we have calculated. Then we have calculated C star, F star, okay, and C star, D star, okay. 3 ordinates we have calculated over here. Now let us calculate what is the slope and deflection, okay. So what is slope? So slope is theta b. Theta b is a slope at B, slope at B point, slope at B for the cantilever, okay, for the cantilever beam. So it is a slope for the cantilever beam, but it is shear force for the conjugate beam. It is shear force at B star for the conjugate beam. For the conjugate beam. So how do we write that shear force? Shear force is nothing but, when I want shear force here, I just need area of the whole, whatever load is available. Okay, I need area of the all the areas. So I need to be carefully, I have to divide these areas. Okay, so if I consider area number 1, then here also I need to divide it into 2 parts. Suppose this is one triangle, this is one triangle, and this is one rectangle. So 1, 2, 3. Any way you can name these diagrams. Okay. So or otherwise we can also consider it as a trapezoidal area. Okay. So let us consider it as a trapezoidal area, or you can divide it into 2 parts. So any way you can do it. So shear force at B is nothing but, let us consider load at A star, C star, D star and E star. Okay, that is the trapezoid, plus load at B star, C star, D star, that triangle. Okay, now what is the area of the trapezoid? That is half of A star into E star plus C star into F star. Okay, this is the area of trapezoid into the length A star, C star. Okay, this is the area of the trapezoid, plus area of the triangle, half of B star, C star into C star, D star. Okay, so let's go to the next page. So here let us substitute values. 1 by 2, what is A star, E star? That is 10 by EI, 10 by EI plus 5 by EI. Simply substitute those particular values into 1 plus half of 1 into 10 by EI. So when we solve this, we arrive at theta b is equal to 25 by 2 EI. 25, 2 into E is 2 into 10 power 8 into 10 power minus 4. So we are getting slope is equal to 0.000625 radians. Okay, so theta b is nothing but slope. Okay, now let us see YB. So YB is a deflection for the normal beam, and it is the bending moment for the conjugate beam. Okay, it is bending moment at B star for the conjugate beam. B star for the conjugate beam. So what is bending moment again? It is area into CG distance. So what is area? Area of the trapezoid, that is load of A star, C star, F star, H star. So here it's difficult to get, actually difficult to get the CG of the trapezoid. So what we'll do, we'll consider the consider it as a triangle, rectangle and the other triangle. So we will consider three parts. So here what we'll do, we will consider three parts here. So we have to consider three areas as I said before, right? Because considering CG will be difficult otherwise. So for this particular triangle, now when we want to know what is the bending moment here, for this particular triangle, area of the triangle and the CG distance, okay? So I'm just marking the CG distance for each one of them. So this will be CG distance. What it will be? It will be 2/3 of this particular length. So how much is that length? That is 2 meter. Okay. Now what will be the CG distance for the rectangle? This will be the CG distance for the rectangle. So this much. Okay. So this whole length, that is whole length is 2 meter and half of it. Okay. So it will be 1 plus 2, that is 3 meter will be CG distance for the rectangle. And for this triangle, CG will be here somewhere. So for this triangle, so it is 2/3 of this particular span. Okay, that is 2 meter plus remaining length, that is 2 meter. Okay, this will be the third CG distance for this triangle. So area and corresponding CG distance, that will give us our bending moment. Okay. So here let us write that. So I am writing here load A star, C star, F star, H star into CG from B star plus load H star, E star, F star into CG distance from B, then again load A star, C star, D star into CG from B. Okay. So I'm writing this area into CG distance 1.5 plus 1/2 into 1 into 5 by EI into 1 plus 2/3 of 1. There is a small mistake here. It is not 2. Okay, this is 1 meter span. These are 1 meter span. So wherever I have written 2, it is all 1 meter. Okay. So this will be 0.5. This will be 1 meter. This will be 1 meter. Okay, this is total span is 2 meter. It will be 1.5 meter. So 1/2 into 1 into 10 by EI into 2/3 of 1. So after calculation, we get it as 7.5 by EI plus 25 by 6 EI plus 10 by EI. So we get it as, after solution, 15 by EI. Okay. Now when you divided it by, substitute the values of EI, that is 2 into 10 power 8 into 10 power minus 4. We get YB is equal to 0.00075 meter, and when we convert it into millimeter, that is 0.75 millimeter. Okay. So students, we have calculated the slope and deflection for the particular problem. Okay. So what the critical stage here while solving such question is to carefully consider this thing. Okay. To carefully convert it into a conjugate beam. So once we are done with this, so it's very easy. We have to simply calculate first draw this bending moment diagram. Okay. Once you have drawn the bending moment diagram, simply divide the particular part, okay, area of that particular bending moment diagram by that EI. Okay. So here anyways there is no change in this particular part. It is same as it is. But because it is 2I here, so we have divided this part of the bending moment diagram by 2I. Okay. So then we get this shape, because this was 20, this was 20, but after division it became 10, right? Because 2I is there, no? So this became 10 EI. So when this become 10, means this particular ordinate, which was otherwise it was 10, so it will become 5 for this particular region, okay, but it will still remain 10 for the half of this particular beam. So you have to be careful. So once you have done with this, and yes, the loading will be for this also, it will all be upwards. So once we are done with this, then only calculation of slope and deflection. So slope for the cantilever beam is nothing but shear force for the conjugate beam. So whatever slope we are calculating for this is actually shear force. And what is shear force? It is nothing but only area of those particular triangle or rectangular, okay, whatever shapes are there. And same for the deflection. Deflection for a cantilever beam is nothing but bending moment at the this particular end B. Okay, so we calculate bending moment. So here also consideration of bending moment. So consideration of CG is you should be careful while considering the distance. So then if there are no mistakes, then we can get the correct solution. Okay students, so hopefully you understood this problem, and thanks for listening to me. Thank you. And with this we are completing the conjugate beam topic.